Hello everyone, so Natural Tasha here. I wanted to talk about diet and weight loss. For me personally, over the last 20 years, I have been on many different diets. And some of them have definitely worked, and you definitely lose weight. But the one thing about these different diets is it's usually a fad diet that you can't last on. Like, for instance, I've been on the Weight Watchers and counted my points, and it just wasn't a sustainable diet for me. As well as there's lots of other diets like the cabbage soup diet, the lemonade diet, all types of different diets. Where for sure, if you want to lose weight for a wedding or something like that, by all means, you will lose weight for that short period of time and then you will double the weight later. So it's all a matter of what you want to lose weight for. If you just want to lose weight for an event, then yes, a fad diet will totally work for you. If you want to lose weight and maintain a certain level, a certain weight over your lifetime, then you need to find something a little bit more sustainable, something that you can stick to long term. Because the hardest part about taking pills for losing weight isn't, unless you plan to take that pill for the rest of your life, you cannot sustain on that type of lifestyle. It's just not going to work. So the one thing that I've noticed, even though it's only been for a short time, is that eating this plant-based diet and eliminating a lot of the processed foods is something that I have noticed that I can live with for a lifetime. Like, I haven't given up eggs, I haven't given up cheese, and maybe I never will because I'm not sure that's something I can stick to for a lifetime. I can easily reduce, I have been able to reduce my intake of those things, no problem. But I haven't gotten to the point where I want to eliminate it. And that's the same with just going on a strictly raw food diet. I personally don't think that that's something I can live with long term because I'm just noticing now and trying to think and get myself into the head of a raw foodist. They claim that they've been raw for 8 years, 10 years, 25 years, and so on. I honestly don't know how that is possible. I just don't know. Now, some of these people that say they're raw foodists don't even have jobs like conventional jobs like the rest of us who watch these videos and go to a 9 to 5 job or work on a very strenuous job and like maybe construction or something very physical where you need your energy. All I'm saying is that from what I can see, these people that have been strictly raw for so many years, I don't see them in a 9 to 5 job. Or when they were in a 9 to 5 job, I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they interacted with their friends. I don't know how they went out and ate at at relatives' house, friends' house, going out for dinners or any kind of social gathering. I don't know how they did it because sometimes you're not always prepared. I make my salads every day, but some days I totally forget to bring salad dressing. And I can't just go into the kitchen at my workplace and find lemon and olive oil because there's no kitchen there. There's no kitchen like for cooking there. So, sometimes I have to compromise. Sometimes I have to find things that I normally wouldn't put in my food now. Like, I try not to buy salad dressing with stuff like, all these different ingredients in it. I make my own salad dressing. So I'm just wondering, like, don't these people go places where sometimes you might forget to bring your salad dressing or you might forget to bring your food? You might have left your lunch at home and having to compromise. How do they do it if they're not going to eat anything cooked? So, you know, for me, the lifestyle change has to be something sustainable. And even though I can get off probably eating meat, because I think that is sustainable, because over the years I've just slowly started eating less and less. So it's not a big deal for me. But going to the extreme of, you know, going on a juice fast for 30 days, which is just not a sustainable lifestyle. You can't, yeah, you can do it for 30 days, but when you return back to normal, you're just going to blow up because your body's gotten used to just drinking juices for 30 days. It's thinking, "Oh, this is now my normal way of eating." Eating or basically in this case drinking. So, I don't want to do those kind of extremes. You might be able to do it for a week, yes. Week cleanse your system, but for a long-term thing, I think you're just going to gain the weight back. I can't see eating raw food and not binging later on at some point and wanting cooked food and wanting not even just cooked food, but probably bad processed food. You're probably going to be craving that stuff instead of letting your body naturally get to the point where it no longer desires cooked food, for instance. Like, I'm at a point where I don't eat that much cooked food anymore either. Like, I'm not craving it as much. So I know over time, my body might say, you know what, you don't need this anymore. And this is the way you enjoy eating. And this is now a habit for you to just slowly eat, a certain way. But for me to say, for 15 days, 30 days, I'm going to eat nothing but lettuce. Sure, but what happens when you start eating real food? Like, are you going to be hungry at the end of that 15 and 30 days and want to binge out on like a lot of food? Probably. So, with these diets or these lifestyle changes, you have to really think, is this something I can do long term? And even if it is, do you want to go from this extreme to this extreme? Or do you want to take your time and start from here and work your way out? And then slowly over time just say, you know what? I don't really need to eat rice anymore. I don't really need to eat this cooked food anymore because my body is enjoying eating only fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds. Like, let your body tell you what it can handle. It will tell you what you're going to crave long term because you can see, even for myself, I could see chocolate is no longer an issue for me. I've stacked my kitchen, not stacked, but I have like 3 bars of chocolate, dark chocolate, that I was using as my transition. I was saying, I'm not going to eat any more milk chocolate. When I get cravings, I'm going to eat my dark chocolate. I have no desire for this chocolate. I have no desire for it. And that is not like me for someone who loves sweets. So I can just see that my body is telling me that I no longer need that stuff. But I'm not depriving myself. I'm always saying, if I want it, it's there for me and I can eat it. But over the last 3-4 months, it's still sitting up there in that kitchen cupboard because my body no longer requires it or desires it. But if I was to shock my system and say, hey, let me drink water for 5-6 days, then I'll be like, oh my God, I want a pizza, I want chocolate, I want this, I want that. It's never going to last, guys. So I'm just saying that if you really want to change your diet, make sure that it's something that you can do long term. If your intention is to keep the weight off, lose the weight and keep it off, look at something that is sustainable for you. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Check out my Instagram food that I've been eating at So Natural Tasha on Instagram, my Facebook. I'd love to share my foods with you and what I've been doing to lose weight and hear your what has been working for you. Come join me on this journey, especially for 2014. We can do it together. So thank you for watching.